Hello, elements. It's lesson number 2, and this is an introduction to help steer you through your lesson on manifest destiny and westward expansion. So let's go ahead and get started. John O'Sullivan was a man who wrote in 1845 about this term manifest destiny. He said it was America's manifest destiny to overspread and to possess the whole continent, which Providence, or God, has given us for the development of the great experiment of liberty. So he was putting into a newspaper what many people were thinking, that basically it was our country's manifest destiny. It was clear and obvious that we should expand our country as far west as we possibly can, and along with it, expand this great experiment of liberty and freedom and all the principles that we stand for. If you take a look at this next image, this shows the United States looking almost like a jigsaw puzzle. Now, we had already talked about the light green portion. That's what the United States territory was, or our country, after the American Revolution. The brown portion is the Louisiana Purchase. And we talked about Thomas Jefferson. As part of his presidency, that was one of his major accomplishments, doubling the size of the United States with that purchase. We talked about James Monroe in 1819 gaining Florida with a treaty with Spain. These other areas or puzzle pieces are what would be happening in this time of westward expansion. Texas annexation, Oregon country, the Mexican cession, and the final piece, the Gadsden Purchase. This all took place in basically the mid 1800s to about 1853. So there was a lot of expansion going on, and that's what you're going to be learning about. Now, I did a little acrostic poem about this time period of manifest destiny, and I'll read it to you so that it gives you a little hint of some of the things you'll be taking a look at in your lesson this week. Manifest destiny means expansion was clear and obvious. Annexation means you add territory, like Texas. Native Americans were pushed out of the way. Individual states are finally made from these territories. 49ers rushed to California in search of gold. Everyone was not in favor of this policy, like the Mexicans and Native Americans. Spain gave Florida to the U.S. through a treaty, and Texas rebels fought for their independence. It divided the Oregon Territory peacefully with Great Britain. Easterners went west on overland trails, such as the Oregon Trail, for a better life. Southerners wanted to expand slavery into the new territories. The war with Mexico resulted in California in the Southwest. In the 1844 election, Polk said 54, 40, or fight. New opportunities for cheap, fertile land and logging, and you could hear the battle cry, remember the Alamo. Okay, I'm going to take this image of me off, and let's go ahead and dive into an explanation of what you're going to be doing this week. As always, we'll start with the learning target. I can apply social science skills to understand westward expansion. You're listening to this Manifest Destiny introduction. The resources for this week, most of them are going to be linked in your various activities, but there are some video links that I would like you to watch that just give you a better sense of some important events that took place in this time period of westward expansion. Gaining Texas independence, the Oregon Trail, another interesting event, the California Gold Rush. So take a look at those following this introduction video. Now, how are you going to engage with the lesson? Kind of work with the background information. I have 2 Nearpod activities for you to be able to accomplish that this week. Both of them are linked here. Start with the Manifest Destiny Nearpod activity. This is going to be a series of some video clips, some articles to read, and some very short activities that force you to engage with the information. The other one is a little bit shorter, but it will focus on just the importance of the Oregon Trail and the people who went on that trail. So that's going to be gaining your background information. Step 4 is applying what you've learned. And again, you're going to be given 2 choices this week. One is a manifest destiny visual analysis of a painting, and then writing a power paragraph in response to a prompt. The other choice, choice B, are journal entries, where you write 3 journal entries about your journey west. So both of these choices involve a written piece. Let's take a look real quick at both of them so you can get a better sense of your options. The first one is a power paragraph, but you would start by clicking on this link, and it's got a series of Google slides that walk you through a see, think, wonder activity that help you to better understand the visual image that you're going to be responding to in the power paragraph. So make sure you click on that and go through the activity first. Then, as always, we've done power paragraphs throughout the year. You're going to go ahead and use the brainstorm template. And I've given some helpful hints here to help you with your brainstorming. I've given you a suggestion of a possible opinion that you can put. Your W can be focusing on the positive effects of manifest destiny that you've learned about. And the E can be expanding or elaborating on a negative effect of manifest destiny. So that's a way for you to respond to this prompt in a way that I hope is helpful. And then you'll take your brainstorm and turn it into your final paragraph that you can be proud of and submit it to me. The other choice is a series of 3 journal entries that you will write in first person as if you were headed out on the Oregon Trail. I've provided with you up at the top a link that gives some more historical information. So, in addition to the Nearpod activity, you can use this as another source because each of your journal entries have to include historical facts. So, those are your choices this week. Submit one of them, and then I will be taking a look at that and recording it in Synergy when I'm all finished. The last step is enrichment. As always, I have students who like an additional challenge or are looking for more things to do. Sometimes I have your parents asking for some additional things. So here is one of them. I hope you'll have fun with it. I was really impressed with how many people did the challenge last week with the magic squares, but this one's a little more tapping into your creativity. So just go ahead and read the directions and use the Google Drawing tools up at the top to help you with your creativity in creating a westward expansion bumper sticker. And you can submit that if you want to. Again, that's optional for enrichment. And then the last thing is always remember there's lots of ways to contact me if you need any help with the assignments, if there's something that's not working quite right, or you need some suggestions. I have posted in a link in Schoology and also on the listserv email that goes home to your parents the Zoom links for each of my Zoom sessions. 2 of them are on Tuesdays and 2 on Fridays. I see my A-Day students on Tuesdays and my B-Day students on Fridays. So you're welcome to use the links that are posted there. I certainly love seeing your faces. I would love to see more of you. I know that certain things pop up, but please make an effort to go to those Zoom sessions because there's nothing I'd love more than to be able to chat with you about what you've learned and just get to see your bright smiling faces, even if maybe at 9:30 they're still a little bit sleepy. That's okay. And then I also have my office hours posted here. I have a discussion board on Schoology. You can email me so you know that I am here if you have any questions or need any help. Okay, guys, well, good luck with the lesson this week. I hope that you keep learning, keep growing, and I appreciate all of the effort that you put forth on these lessons. Have a great week and see you at the Zoom sessions. Bye.